All right. Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to you, Akim, our here pushing his word in sincerity, truth, and in faith. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners, those of our people that very well may look exactly like the other nations, but their heritage through their father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Hebrew Israelites. And shalom to the few Aqua, the few sisters that's out here listening in all humility. All right, I have another lesson, and I'm going to entitle it, Come Out of Her, that you receive not of her plagues. And that her is Babylon the Great, okay, that is spoken of, and that's the future of great destruction. Okay, that's the place of future great destruction. Babylon the Great, aka America. And also over there in the land that they call Israel. Okay? It's going to all get destroyed because it was created for a reason. Okay? It was made high on the totem pole, as they would say, for a reason, to be the punishing place of the Israelites. When the Lord allowed the devil, okay, evil E, you should know who that is, okay, he allowed him to have dominion over the whole earth. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Why did he give it to him? In order to punish the Israelites for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments that the Lord only gave unto Israel. No other nation got the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's the reason why the nation of Israel, unto this day, is in bondage. Okay? The nation of Israel, its people, its congregation, are the finest people on the earth. And the people on the earth who the other people on the earth wants to follow and wants to mimic. But yet, we don't have a standing army. We don't have anything or anybody to help us fight against this devil that comes against us all day, every day, even in the night. Okay, they don't rest until they figure out a way how they can further keep us in bondage. Okay? But it's not going to be like that for always. All right? Now is the time to come out of her. Not physically, okay, but mentally. All right? We can be of this place. I mean, in this place, but not of it. All right? So I want to get Revelation chapter 18. Let's listen at this. It says, and after these things I saw another angel came down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightening with his glory. And he cried with a mighty he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is falling, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And that's what this place has become. Okay? It is madness over here in the United States of America, man. and over there in Israel as well. But over here, it's the most disgusting, okay, reproachable, reprobate place ever. Okay? And it's going to get its reward for being such a place. Okay? Verse 3, it says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxen rich through her abundance of her delicacies." The abundance of her delicacies. Okay? Because this place is just a consumer state, a consumer nation. All right? And it buys all these products delivered from these other nations over here. Okay? Verse 4, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues." And we're supposed to come out of this place, man. We're not supposed to be acting like this is the place to be. Like, yeah, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. We want to join in on the societal fun of this place. No, we don't. We want this place to be destroyed because it's wicked. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she has filled to her double." Okay, so all the things that they did to us as a people, okay, it's going to be double to them. All right, they did some horrible things to us, man. Okay, and they think that they're not going to have to pay, that they're just going to walk into the sunset. Okay, they're just going to walk into eternity free and not having to pay, but they're going to have to pay. It says, reward unto her double. Okay. Verse 7, it says, "How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her." So everything that they did is coming back on their own head. "For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." That's what they think. Okay? Because we don't, like I said, we don't have an army, a standing army that can, fight against this damn devil, man. Okay, this oppressor. But we have an army. Okay, and the Lord is setting it up right now, even with his men, okay, on the earth. It says, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh, or Hashem Yahushai, who judges her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornications and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning." Okay, they're going to see it afar off, because when this place is hit, it's going to be hit with 200,000 horsemen, which are the 200 million ICBM missile warheads. That's going to hit this place and demolish it. Okay, and the smoke is going to be seen all across the whole earth. Okay, it says, "Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Yeah, it's going to take 1 hour for the Lord to completely destroy this place. All these proud devils over here, that talks all kind of mess and think that they're just going to keep on winning. No, in 1 hour, you're going to be done. And you're going to come back in the kingdom, okay, as slaves, okay? It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Exactly. The merchandise of gold and silver and of precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and all brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ornaments, ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. Okay, that's what's also being sold, slaves and souls of men. Okay, and it's been bought over here. Okay, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. So it's over it's over for this place. This place, nothing is going to be found at all over here. Okay? When you see this stuff over here now, you think in your head, oh wait, man, it's too much stuff to be destroyed, man. It's too much. But it's not for the Lord. Okay? It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as traded by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Okay? And that great city is speaking about America. Okay? Let's get it on the screen. Okay? It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Yeah, 1 hour, man. It's going to be finished. All right? It's not going to be anything left over here, okay, for merchants to sell, okay? It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. Yeah, because they think that whatever they do to us, we just have to take it. And there's no consequences or repercussion following it. But the Lord knows everything. He required everything that's of the past. Everything that you've done to us, you're going to have to be paid back for it. And the Lord is going to do it. 21, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, okay? And through the Spirit, that's what the true men of the Lord are being called, the great millstone. Okay? And cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Okay, that's like the fourth time. Speaking of it being destroyed and not ever being built up again. And the voice of harpers and musicians and of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee. Okay, and that's what this place is known for. Okay, all the folly. And no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. Yeah. That was what was found in this place. So the Lord is going to destroy this place. Okay? The whole of it from sea to shining sea, all 5,000 square miles, as you see in this picture. Okay? The day of infamy is coming. All right? Most High is not going to spare this place. Okay, it's going to be destroyed and left for a memorial of how not to run a nation. All right? Every nation is going to know about this. All right? It's not coming back like it did, like Rome came back. Okay? That on the statue, okay, at the bottom was the legs of iron, which represented the Roman Empire, but in the foot was iron and miry clay mixed together, because it represents the fall of this place. Okay, you can't mix iron with clay. Okay, it's going to be weak. It's not going to be able to stand. Okay, especially when that stone that was cut out without hand come and demolishes this place and destroys it, which is Yahweh Shai. All right? So that's basically it. That's all I really wanted to hit. Okay? Showing how this place is going to be destroyed in 1 hour. All right? It's over for this place, man. All right? And the Lord is going to come back. Yahweh Shai. All right? And he's going to save the elect and crown the 144,000. All right? And then we're going to put these devils in chains, man. And we're going to rule in the kingdom of heaven. All right? So I'm going to end it right there, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, Akim, out here pushing this word. We have to speak the kingdom of heaven into existence on a daily. So we're definitely almost out of this piece, man. All right. All kinds of videos are coming up on social media about the chariots of the Lord, catching them right on camera. Okay. So, Lord willing, it was an edifying lesson. Until the next time, I want to say, Shalom.